Well, that was a good way to start the conference opener. Shaky starts in the first half and a much better second half. Here's the review. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the 6th ranked Kansas Jayhawks headed down to Stillwater, Oklahoma to the famous Gallagher-Iba Arena to take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys in KU's Big 12 opener, and KU got the win by a final score of 74-63. This is the 31st consecutive win for KU with a conference opener. And Oklahoma State will always give KU a game in that building. Oh my gosh, there was times that it was just scary for me to watch this game. But KU ended up getting the win, and KU now moves to 12-1 on the season, so good stuff there. But yeah, what I said earlier, a shaky first half for the Hawks, but a incredible second half performance led KU to victory, and it was good. So anyway, for those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game. I give a player the game and a player who needs to improve. So without further ado, let's jump into this shit. So one of my biggest positives was KU on the defensive side of the ball, especially when it came to shooting. KU actually did really, really well, forcing Oklahoma State to put up some bad shots, especially, actually all around in both halves. Oklahoma State was held to 36% from the field, 24% from downtown, and 69% from the free throw line, which KU really couldn't control, but held Oklahoma State without a free throw in the first half, and then the 69% in the second half. But yeah, did really well second half wise on the 3-point shots, as KU only held Oklahoma State to shoot 14% from beyond the arc in the second half. So good numbers there. Another big positive was forcing turnovers. KU forced 11 Oklahoma State turnovers and scored 16 off of those turnovers. KU had more fast break points than Oklahoma State, 8-4. But the big one that's a big positive, was rebounding. Rebounding was key in this game. KU out-rebounded Oklahoma State 50-36. That is the first time KU put up 50 rebounds in a game this season. And just, if you even took out just KU's offensive rebounds, surprisingly, Oklahoma State would have out-rebounded KU just total-wise, and KU took out its offensive rebounds. Oklahoma State would have won that thing 36-33. But add 17 offensive rebounds, and KU put up a 50 bag for rebounds. Another big positive was KU's shooting overall in the second half. KU shot in the second half 71% from the field, 67% from beyond the arc, and 71% from the free throw line, which was good. And actually, free throw percentage was a lot better, as KU shot 75% for the game from the charity stripe. So those are my positives, but there is some big negatives. And where do I start? 17 turnovers in this game. And I said, once it gets to conference play, if you can get less than 10, you're pretty sure going to get a win. And surprisingly, KU had 17 and still managed to escape with an 11-point win. But that number's got to drop. And I mean, some guys actually had a lot of turnovers. Multiple guys had more than, actually all of them who played had at least one turnover in this game. And 2 of them actually had just one. The rest of the team had 2 or more. But yeah, so turnovers got to go down, and the points off turnovers, they scored 11 off them. KU got outplayed in the paint, 38-30. Second chance points as well, 16-10, and bench points, 30-25. But the big negative that I got from this game was KU's shooting numbers in the first half. Despite shooting 80% from the free throw line, KU could not buy a bucket. KU shot 27% from the field in the first half and 21% from beyond the arc. Now, granted, the second half kind of saved their butts, but geez, and that ultimately turned out to be a 43% performance from the field and 39% from beyond the arc. So those numbers got to get better. So the second half has to basically be almost the same. Numbers can vary a little bit, but the first half got to be much better as we're getting into tougher opponents, into tougher environments, and it's going to be a long season, especially in the Big 12, if you cannot shoot consistently in both halves. So with that being said, those are my positives and negatives. There is no question without a doubt who my player of the game is, and that is David McCormick. The first time he actually did not start this season. Yep, Mitch Lightfoot got the start over David McCormick in this game, and I guess Bill kind of had to shut him up and basically tell him to play like he has in previous seasons. And sure enough, David put the numbers in and actually got his first double-double of the season. 17 points, 15 rebounds, and an assist in 23 minutes of play. Where has this been? Is the only question I got, because David's poor play throughout this season has been the biggest struggle. He has been the player who needs to improve so many times in these reviews. I think it's been like over 5. I can't remember the number. But he played great, and he actually did well. 7 of 13 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, but that was a desperation heave, and 3 for 3 from the free throw line. So a lot of good numbers from David. I mean, there's also some other guys as well that I can consider. One of them being Christian Brown, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal in 35 minutes of play. Also, Ochai Agbaji, who had 16 points, 2 rebounds in 31 minutes of play. But both of them kind of had some cold shooting nights in a way, but still managed to impress and still score in double figures. But David ultimately is my player of the game. My player who needs to improve is a little bit tougher, but I'm gonna go with Remy Martin in this situation. And again, it's all up in the air because honestly I could give it to Jalen Wilson on the shooting night that he had, also Mitch Lightfoot technically, but they both kind of did what they wanted to do, and also Dwan Harris in a way. But honestly, I'm going to go with Remy Martin. Only 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists and a steal in 25 minutes of play. Shot well, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown, but the biggest struggle that I got with him, and this is why he needs to improve, 4 turnovers in this game, and that was the most for the Jayhawks individually. He had 4 turnovers in this game, and they were just bonehead turnovers. So all he's got to do is take care of the ball and shoot a little bit better from beyond the arc in my mind. But, you know, he put in some big shots late and made some key plays to help KU kind of win this game. But the 4 turnovers has got to decrease a lot, and he leads the team in turnovers. So, but ultimately, it sucks that I have to give him the player who needs to improve. But if you have more than 4 turnovers, or if you have 4 turnovers in a game, it's pretty obvious. So with that being said, my player of the game is David McCormick. Oh my God, that's so weird saying that. Player of the game, David McCormick. Player who needs to improve, Remy Martin. And that's going to do it for my review of KU versus Oklahoma State. Again, the final score, Kansas 74, Oklahoma State 63. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and push that notification bell. Tell your friends about these videos, and I should see you again for the next review as KU heads even more south as they head down to Lubbock, Texas to take on the 25th ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders. But until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dancers to the field house, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.